The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by Messy Mike.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Sort of.
Knees holding up, doing good?
Oh, that one is.
Yeah.
Did the other one up on Friday.
I know, I heard.
Emergency
MRI
tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Fun.
And as always, you're joined by...
And as always... Hold on. Just say something. Anything you want. Does this voice sound familiar?
Hey, Johnny, how you doing today?
Hi, Ed.
Hi. I'm happy to be on the stage. I don't get up here often.
Not often at all. We were just trying to think, and maybe you've been up here once.
Yeah.
Back in Christmas time of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
To receive your gift, yeah.
There might have been a couple arm reaches in here for a rib or something if we had snacks going on.
No,
I got to say, you don't have snacks often enough for my taste.
No.
I mean,
time gets in the way.
I watch you guys eat giant burritos and stuff.
I'm going to throw up.
Oh, what's the matter, Mike?
Just thinking of that.
Oh, you got me saying. I didn't share the show. Oh, shoot.
You know what's crazy? Because usually I'm sitting there. I had no idea you did any show prep.
That's new.
It's camouflaged.
Is that new?
Right. It's camouflaged. And,
there we go. Go ahead.
Use your words.
It's shared. We're good.
Okay. Before we, get to it, Tennessee, they had a tornado last night. So hopefully everybody's, doing okay. There'll probably be some, donations and Operation Barbecue Relief will probably head down there. But hopefully everybody's doing okay. And, Mother Nature.
You never win it. She wins every time.
Yep.
Every time. So, thoughts and prayers to everybody down in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. If you were affected or if you weren't affected, give a helping hand. Let's, do that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, Ed, you're joining us today, which is very excited because unfortunately...
departing as the producer.
Yes.
But leaving you in very capable hands.
Yes, we are. We are being joined by a new producer, Ben Kitchen. You can speak.
Woo!
You're allowed to.
Yay! Thanks, guys. I appreciate you allowing me to produce this show with you guys, and hopefully steal some of your snacks from time to time, like Ed did.
Well,
that's all right.
But Ben, they don't have enough snacks. Maybe you can get them on the right track.
All right, I'll do my best.
Maybe. So what are all these rubs doing up here, John?
This is part of my start of my SuckleBuster collection.
Okay. The start.
Oh, there's more, baby.
Okay.
There's more.
Right.
I haven't even got into the gunpowders, which we'll get into later.
Yep.
But nice segue into there. Folks, today we are being joined by Dan Arnold of SuckleBusters himself, live from Texas. Dan, are you there, pal?
Hello, gentlemen. Howdy.
How's it going?
How you doing, Dan?
We're doing awesome down in Texas today.
Nice. Now, where exactly in Texas are you located? Texas is pretty big.
It's large.
Yeah. That's a great question. Our headquarters and everything is run out of a little town called Coppell, Texas, which is in the DFW area. We're just north of the airport in Dallas.
Okay. So near Dallas-Fort Worth, yeah. Okay.
Dallas-Fort Worth, yeah.
Yep. Nice. So my first question, Dan, and you probably get this a lot.
Yeah.
Where did SuckleBuster come from, that name?
That's awesome. That's usually the first question everybody asks. What is a SuckleBuster? What is this thing? So to make a very long story short, my dad was quite a joker. And when I was a little kid, I'm from East Texas, a little town called Noonday outside of Tyler. Every year we would have the state fair or the county fair come through with the with the Ferris wheels and the livestock show and so on and so forth. So as a 10 or 12-year-old, I went to the fair, came home. My dad looks me in the face and he said, "Hey, did you ride the SuckleBuster?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "Oh, never mind. They put it out back. It's only for the big kids." So my dad made this name up, SuckleBuster, just to joke around. We thought it was a funny word, a funny name. And so somehow it just kind of stayed around. And then back in the early 2000s, we started calling ourselves SuckleBusters, which means busting with flavor. We just love the name.
It's a catchy name, that's for sure.
100%.
Thanks, Dad.
They're always
we love it. We have a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
Absolutely. So when did you decide to actually? I'm jumping the gun. How did you get into the barbecue world, other than obviously being from Texas and it's like religion?
Yeah. So like most, I had a love for barbecue early on. So we grew up eating barbecue. We didn't know it was going to be this world famous food category, but that's just how we ate a lot of times. And so I grew up loving barbecue. And had always cooked. I was the cook of the house, even in college on Sunday afternoon. If the boys were hanging out anywhere, they were hanging out at my place, and I was probably cooking on my Weber kettle. And so that just always kind of carried through. And then in 2006, we started the business just really on a whim, because I'd had a jar of seasonings in the cabinet forever and used it for this and that, and I'd bust this and bust that with it. And my wife and I were shopping one day, and she goes, "Your product, your rub is much better than all of these we find in the grocery store, and it has all natural ingredients. Why don't you just bottle that?" And so I said, "Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that." And I didn't really think anything about it at the time. And then a day or so later, I just started thinking, why not? And so we started with one rub and a dream of getting rich on the internet.
Now, what rub was that? The first rub?
It was it's Texas Goldust.
Okay.
It's a big Texas flavored rub. It has cumin and chili powder, and it basically offends half the people that eat it.
I don't have that one.
Johnny's got 10 laid out here, and he doesn't have that one.
I told you this was the start.
Many more. Yeah, so Goldust was the start. It was a grilling seasoning. Like I say, it had a lot of cumin in it, a lot of chili powder. A lot of people loved it. The other half didn't care for it. And so we quickly decided, we better get something else going. So we started down the trail of having more rubs and sauces and so forth.
Oh, that's
nice. I think cumin can be divisive. People either really like it or they're offended by it.
Yeah, it comes across strong,
Yeah.
Totally.
Me, I'm a fan. I love the spice.
I think it brings a nice
Tex-Mex.
warmth.
Oh,
the
definitely.
Cumin. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it totally changes after you grill it. And when it hits the heat, it totally changes and just kind of cooks out and leaves just an awesome flavor. But a lot of people, just can't get past the smell of it when they originally try it out.
Yeah, I mean, the naysayers kind of say the smell reminds them of sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I must smell like cumin then all the time.
I was going to mention.
He was being nice. So instead of being down there, he moved right up here next to you. So I guess he likes you in the end.
Oh, Jesus.
Not exactly busting with flavor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I've been, seeing, throughout the different, the different Facebook groups, we're part of: New England Pit Masters, Texas BBQ Chapter, Barbecue Beer Bosses. The list goes on. And I kept seeing, SuckleBusters popping up. And then there was one night I was talking to my good friend Rick Galindo of Galindo's Barbecue and on YouTube, Rick's Barbecue and Specialties.
Absolutely.
And he's like, "Johnny, you need to get SuckleBusters." He goes, "It is the best stuff I've ever used." So I completely took advantage of any Christmas tips I might have gotten from my customers, this thing, and placed a nice order. And then all I have to say is, oh my God. I did a YouTube video a few weeks back, right around, actually it was on the Super Bowl. And we did an ultimate burger on the Blackstone. And I
love cooking on Blackstone.
And I hit it up with the 1836. And man, the flavor was out of this world.
Johnny, you may be a Texan.
Everything. I'm big, so I fit right in. I got cowboy boots somewhere in some box sitting up, from years ago. But nothing like a good pair of cowboy boots. If they fit right, it's like a pair of sneakers.
Nice.
Hey, we'll take it.
Wow.
No, I'm reading at the same time. I just like how, it's not just SPG. It's not just, this rub. It tells you what the rub's actually for. You got the chicken wing rub, you got the brisket rub, you got a rub for prime beef.
Let's go through a couple of names here. Obviously we got the 1836. Mm-hmm. You got the SPG, which is salt, pepper, garlic.
Yep.
The Hog Waller, the Goldust, which I did on chicken this past Sunday. Oh my God!
Was that the chicken tenders hot and fast?
No, that was last week.
Oh, okay.
This one, I did. Yeah, I went right over coals this time. But oh man, the heat you get on the back end of the Goldust, out of this world. The flavor is just right there, not overpowering, but you just have this burst of flavor to it, and it was outstanding. Then moving on, we have the steak rub. Possibly my favorite name of a rub of all time, the Hoochie Mama.
Yep.
Then we have the Sugar Daddy, the brisket rub, the chicken wing barbecue rub, and the competition rub.
Wait, one question. So a lot of these designate what they're used for. What is the Hoochie Mama used for?
Ooh,
good question.
Good question.
A little bit of everything. But
so just think about that for a minute. If you were to think about a Hoochie Mama, what would you think she would be like?
Hot, lip smacking.
Huh.
No?
Yeah, a little spicy, a little smoky, a little hot.
And the beautiful thing on the packaging itself, which is great, is if you look on the bottom left of each bottle, it gives you the excellent,
beef,
and they got the animals.
Pork, chicken, fish, and lamb.
And then he gives the heat level. So this is medium with 3 chili peppers.
3 chilies.
Yep. And a little description, hot and spicy. Okay, here's the description of the Hoochie Mama. This is a Texas-style barbecue rub with sweet flavors from paprika and sugar. It is one of the most popular rubs, and with a name like Hoochie Mama, it's spicy. It has a medium level heat with cayenne and black pepper. Enjoy. But each bottle has that, and so if you're looking at a shelving of them, and you're looking for a specific
this one's got
they'll help.
3 peppers. How high do we go?
I'm not.
We go to 5.
5 peppers.
Oh, Jesus. Do you have any that are 5 peppers here?
I don't believe I do.
Okay. And Dan, so when did you first, so I see that you won some awards, the National Awards of Excellence, the American Royal, Best of the Best Sauces. Right. When did you win your first one, and what rub was it for?
Yeah, so actually our very first win was a huge win. It kind of launched our business. It was for our barbecue sauce, our original barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Which was around 2008, 2009, and I had made the sauce just because it was a sauce I'd been making at home for 20 years. And we loved the sauce, and we thought it was awesome. It was kind of a vinegary sauce. We bottled it up, called it SuckleBusters Original Barbecue Sauce, and we thought, hey, this is nice. We'll sell this to go along with the rubs. Well, whatever reason that year, I sent it off to the American Royal, and we took first place.
Nice.
And we were just beside ourselves that someone other than us thought that this was a really nice sauce. And so the American Royal really set us in motion.
Nice. I thought I was doing good when I was in the top 50. He came number 1.
I couldn't have been more shocked, and frankly, we couldn't have been more blessed.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're just thrilled that somebody else felt the same way about it as we did.
Nice. Now, and what category was it? Was that you said it was vinegar based? So was that a vinegar category? Okay.
Yeah, vinegar.
Nice.
We've always considered ours vinegar based, even though they're somewhat moderate in the middle. They're more vinegar than anything else.
Okay. And so, excuse me. I was going through your website today, and I saw area on the website, but it's called Area 51.
Yeah.
You
found the restricted area?
I did. Don't kill me. But what can you explain that? Is that, I saw the Canadian, I think it was the Canadian steak rub, and then there was
taco seasoning.
The taco seasoning.
Taco seasoning.
Yep.
Yeah, so one of the things we're wanting to do as we get to be a larger company is connect with our customers to make sure that, we just kind of stay in touch with our barbecue community. So we created this concept called Area 51. And what Area 51 allows us to do is to bring test products to the market, to the masses. And so anyone who's a customer of SuckleBusters knows about Area 51. They check there first for what's new and hot. These are products that are being tested that aren't available in stores yet, but we're seeking feedback from our team and from our loyal customers. So Area 51 serves that purpose. It's kind of a restricted area, but it's a product that you can try out before it hits the market.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
I knew, when I had seen the website before, you had the a couple of lines of the gunpowder on there.
Yeah, Texas Gunpowder is an awesome line for us. It's a line of pure chili powders, if you will. Jalapeno, chipotle, habanero, and ghost. It's been a really big hit for us, and it falls right in line with our Texas branding.
I will never use that gunpowder rub, probably.
Well, the thing is, you can use it as a straight rub if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can mix it in with your favorite flavors, add a little extra kick to this, or, depending on what the flavor profile you're really looking on. You want to take, the clucker dust and really kick it up a notch, add some of the, the ghost gunpowder,
Yeah, you can use it in place of black pepper, or like you say, you can bump it from 3 chilies to 4 chilies, or if you want to hit it really hard, go up to 5.
Now, Dan, do you do any competing yourself right now?
Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to our team SuckleBusters. We sponsor a number of teams, and collectively we sponsor brand ambassadors, competition teams, chefs, all types of folks that pre-Area 51 help us test our products and help them get ready for market. And it's collectively called Team SuckleBusters. Within that, we have competition teams. In fact, I just got back yesterday from Houston, the largest barbecue contest in the world, where we were cooking, we were competing. And hey, we can talk about it if you like, but I just want to give a shout out to Karma Q, which is our sponsored team. They're a charitable cook team down here in Texas. We took 3rd place in the World Championship in ribs down in Houston, and it was just fantastic. Mr. Steve Blount cooked the ribs. He is a world-class barbecue cook, and of course, he uses SuckleBusters products, so we just really appreciate that. I just want to give a shout-out to the team for their big win.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, you got a lineup of 10 here. Mm-hmm. How many more do you have to acquire for a full set?
Oh, there's a bunch.
There's a bunch.
126.
I will get there. I will get there.
Now, are you headed out to where is it this year? Is it Kentucky, the NBBQA? Are you headed up there?
NBBQA is up in Kentucky. We're not going to be able to attend there. It just so happens that we're headed down to Australia to meat stock, and we got a couple other things kind of filling up our schedule around that time.
Nice. Meat stock.
Have you ever been to meat stock before? Or
I have not. I'm really anxious to go down there. It looks like it's just a huge event. And so we're pretty excited. We're going to have a booth there. We're going to be there meeting with the people and having a good time.
Yeah, well, one of our original listeners from day one, our good friend Oli Sprague, he's down there, and he cooked in it for the first time last year, And he said it was absolutely mind-blowing. Buffalo Trace was one of the sponsors. So, they were handing out the bottles of whiskey, and they actually did a full buffalo in this gigantic, he's never seen a smoker this big, that they just basically pushed the buffalo right in there and just let it roll all weekend.
That's incredible. How long does that take to cook?
Oh, it's got to take a couple days.
You're in the danger zone for a while on that.
And we actually, just today, we got a new listener from Australia, Rob Hulbert. He's been, listening to us on YouTube and on other podcast, channels, and just wanted to give a shout out to him. Thank you very much for listening.
You guys are big down under.
We are big down under in Australia.
Australia's our second largest market.
Yeah, Australia is just going for nuts for barbecue right now. It's our biggest export market.
Oh yeah, I mean Jess Pryles, Big Mo they keep going down there, doing meat stock and just doing events, cooking classes. It's crazy how many
and they
times
got their own branch of the Kids Q Nation.
Yep.
Kids Q Nation Australia, so that's fantastic.
And I think they're going to pull off an SCA event as well when we're down there.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, those are excellent. They're quick. You cook a steak, boom, you're done. Those are nice.
Perfect.
So
are those popular up in the Northeast, the SCA events?
They're, I'd say, up to like Virginia, Pennsylvania. They really haven't got to the Northeast yet. But, there's not a lot of, I'd probably say in the Northeast there's a handful of competitions.
A handful of big ones. It seems anything that had to do with KCBS sanctioned ones. So there's, I think really only 4 in the basically North New England area. And they've had the SCAs with them the past, I think maybe starting last year or the year before. Mm-hmm. Definitely 2019 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they pull a steak event on Friday night. Is that the way they do it?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was perfect. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. You're there, you're set up, you're just kind of hanging out, having a good time while not cooking steak.
Exactly.
So, Dan, to the logo again.
Yeah.
If you look at this, it is definitely a grab a bottle, boys, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Checking it out.
If you don't have enough, share it.
What if I spill this all over the place?
Best in Texas.
Amen.
That's a ballsy move, brother.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Thank you. We were selected as best in Texas in 2019, so it is really important to us. There's a lot of competition out there, right? And so one of the things about SuckleBusters is I'm a 5th generation Texan. My family got here about the time of the Civil War, and so Texas is near and dear to my heart. We're true Texans. These recipes are from Texas. They're made here in Texas by Texans, and they're all about the flavors of Texas. And so best in Texas, it's a statement, but it's also a challenge. It's like, hey, if you're going to be the best, this is what you got to do every day. You got to get up every day and try to be the best in Texas.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, if it catches your attention for sure. It's like, oh, that's a statement right there. But like I said, so far using these, it holds true. Yeah. It really does.
Oh yeah, and and the label. Right when you look at the label, it to me that's to me it's Fort Worth. That's all you see at Fort Worth is that.
Yeah. Fort Worth is known as where the West begins.
Okay.
Mike, can you go best in New Hampshire? It's not quite as bold as Texas. You're not comfortable.
It doesn't have the same ring.
Best in New Hampshire.
Best, yeah. It just doesn't have the same ring. Yeah.
So, Dan, here's the interesting questions here. How do you guys come up with some of the names here, like the Hoochie Mama, the Sugar Daddy, Clucker Dusk, Hog Waller?
His father walks in the room and just says something.
Sometimes those are the best ones, obviously, with the SuckleBuster.
Yeah, so we try to have fun with it, right? Number one, first and foremost, we try to operate a company that we can be proud of, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a very, very fine line between edgy and funny and, not appropriate. Yeah. We always try to stay on the edgy, funny line, something that, is funny to your kids and you'd be proud to show your entire family. So we always stay on that side of the line. But from there, we just try to have fun with it. Hoochie Mama was a name that just came to mind when you start thinking about, what's hot, spicy, smoky, sweet, all these different things and fun. I just came up with the name Hoochie Mama. And so if you have a Hoochie Mama, what does a Hoochie Mama need? Well, Hoochie Mamas need sugar daddies. What better name than Sugar Daddy to go along with Hoochie Mama?
Yeah.
Now, do y'all have the problem that we have down in Texas with the wild hogs? They don't get that far north, eh?
No.
Yeah, well, if you do, it's a problem, let me assure you. So we're overrun by these wild hogs. So do you guys know what a hog waller is?
Yes.
Okay. So a hog waller is a place, for those who don't know, where these wild hogs, they go out in the woods and they find these low areas and marshes and they rub around and create this big mud pit. Okay, and they just cover themselves with mud. It's called a hog waller. So our hog waller is a rub that you waller your pork in before you put it on the grill.
Ah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just a little play on words there.
Yeah, try that too. That's delicious.
1836, you had mentioned that before. 1836, for those who are not from Texas, is the year that Texas declared independence from Mexico. And so the whole thought process behind that rub is, this is Texas, right? This is what it's all about. This is what Texas tastes like if you put it in a bottle for a barbecue rub. So it has a nice cracked black pepper flavor.
Wow, that is delicious.
See what I mean when putting that on that burger?
Yeah.
That it would just take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. A little spice, little back-end spice from the cracked pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Now, we got ahead. What the hell just happened here?
Hey, by the way, in Houston, Sugar Daddy, our newest rub, which I think you have a bottle there.
We do.
That came about because people were asking us for, the feedback was, hey, can you make it a little sweeter? So we came out with a rub called Honey Barbecue Rub, and it was our sweetest rub. And the feedback was, yeah, I know it's really sweet, but can you just make it a little sweeter? So we threw everything in the bucket. It is the sweetest rub, I guarantee you, on the planet. We call it the sweetest rub in Texas, but it is, you could put it on your ice cream, okay? It is super, super sweet. And by the way, that's the rub that went on the third place ribs down in Houston this weekend.
Nice. Honey powder will definitely do that to you. It's a
honey powder, molasses, lots of different sugars, and a couple of secret ingredients in there to make it sweet.
Now, one of our listeners, Charlie Baker, a.k.a. Pickles Barbecue.
Oh, not the governor.
No.
Okay.
Damn it. He asked, how do you guys develop, your new rubs? Obviously, are you guys constantly looking to do, or, quarterly, or let everything kind of run its course for a little bit before?
Yeah, so we try to introduce new products on an annual basis. So now is the kickoff to the barbecue season. We need to have our new products set up and ready to roll now. So the Sugar Daddy is a brand new product for 2020. Espresso, which is made with a 30% espresso powder that we grind in-house, is shipping today. So we ship everything at the first of the year, and then the rest of the year we work on new recipes, getting them ready for next year. So we'll start working now with concepts and recipes. We'll take them to Team SuckleBusters. They'll give us feedback, use them in competitions, let us know how we're doing, put it through the paces. And then after Team SuckleBusters test it, we'll put it in Area 51 just to see how it actually performs in the marketplace. And then that'll give our customers a chance to try them as well and give us feedback. If it passes the mustard in Area 51, then we take it all the way and produce it.
Oh, nice.
Now, what makes it pass Area 51? What, does it have to, do you have to make, a certain amount of money? Do you have to sell so much product, review-wise?
Yeah. So you can tell. I mean, a hit is a hit. It just takes off. And we typically will stock a certain amount in inventory for Area 51, and we'll just kind of manage that and see how the sales are going. And so we're a for-profit company. This is what I do to pay the bills, and we look for ones that are selling. So it's all based on sales.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can get somebody to buy a rub once, right? But the key is to get them to buy it again. And that's where we really are building our business, is off repeat business.
Yeah. And actually,
Well, a funny name will sell it once, but it's got to be a quality product in the bottle.
yeah. And actually, back to the sugar daddy for a minute. I was trying to remember who was saying it the other day, and it was Jeff Rice from Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue. And he was saying that he likes to use the competition rub on his pork, but then layer it on top with the sugar daddy, and it is phenomenal.
Tips of the trade.
Well, you see that, and you wonder why I have so many bottles. You just, you mix and match, and
Yeah, now you
next
just
thing
need
you
to
know,
do competition.
whoa. Yeah, well, the way the knees are going, I might be in the
Might be
competition world faster
sooner
than
than
we
later.
think.
Yep.
But yeah, these are like I said, Rick Galindo had turned me on fully on these. He's like, dude, just go on there, order them. He goes, I'll guarantee anything you don't like, send me, and I'll send you the money. He goes, you will like every single product you buy. And so far, it stayed packed. Everything is phenomenal. My wife absolutely fell in love with the Clucker Dust.
I was going to say, based on the levels, it looks like the Clucker Dust.
I did a lot of
in the
chicken.
lead.
Yeah.
So now he has rubs, but he also has barbecue sauces, salsa, Tex-Mex seasonings, pepper jellies, the gunpowder, the jalapeno powder, apparel. You have it all. What is your favorite? If you had to pick one rub from all your lines of rub, and then one sauce, what would you choose?
Yeah, so that one's tough, but my favorite is SPG, and the reason behind it is I had the concept of SPG kind of in the back of my mind, and actually written down as kind of a test product for about 5 years, and I just never produced it because I thought SPG is just way too simple. Everybody knows what salt, pepper, garlic is, and I don't think it'll ever sell. Well, finally one day I decided, fine, I'm going to do it. I'm going to call it SPG. We're going to put it on the market. We're going to see what it does. And exactly the opposite happened. It is our #1 selling rub. It has a very, very unique blend of salt, pepper, and garlic. We use multiple kinds of salt, multiple kinds of pepper, multiple kinds of garlic. We have some other things in there. It is by far our #1 selling rub. It's the most versatile. You can put it on anything. And it is now, unexpectedly, the most copied rub in the world. Everybody wants an SPG now. And it does that every single time. It's right in the back of the truck.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's great.
We couldn't have we couldn't have scripted that better.
No, yeah,
my God.
It gets you right in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, so SPG, the basic building blocks of any good rub, and we put it on everything, literally on any time a competition meet or backyard or just cooking in the kitchen. SPG is outstanding.
Nice.
No,
Yeah,
go
Go ahead.
Now, do you believe in when you're putting your rub on a piece of protein? Do you agree doing the salt, pepper, garlic first, and then a rub? No matter what rub you're using, apply the rub after that, but always salt, pepper, garlic, the meat first.
Not always first.
Okay.
But always in the mix.
Okay.
So if we're going to do a brisket, I'm going to lay down probably a binder of Worcestershire, and then we're going to put the SPG on, and then we're going to get that 1836 on top of that to give you that Texas bite. And then, in fact, a lot of times we'll shake out a little pecan rub or a little bit of the sugar daddy on top just to hit that sweet part of the flavor profile. So in that case, SPG is the base. Ribs, I typically do SPG on the base layer, but I have seen folks be really successful laying down the sweet layer and then just a light dusting of SPG on top of that.
Okay.
So it depends, but always in the mix.
Gotcha. Beautiful.
All right. So, Dan, we're just a little over the half hour like we told you, but thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I've been dying all week to talk to you, and, thank you for taking some time to join us today.
Guys, I couldn't be more thrilled. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me on. I just want to shout out to Rick Galindo for getting us set up. Awesome guy from Texas, now living in California and carrying the Texas flag. So, Rick, we just want to say thank you for getting the introductions. And thank you, Pit Life, for having us on.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
And go ahead. Where can...
Oh, yeah. So, Dan, where can I give you a quick shout? Where can everybody find you and everything on social media, web pages, things like that?
Yeah, so a couple of places you can find SuckleBusters. First of all, Texas Barbecue Forum, which I've been running and operating for about 13 years, is out there. It's a world of information for folks who are looking to get into barbecue or just hang out and talk about barbecue. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. We started up a new YouTube channel called SuckleBusters Outdoor Kitchen. And then, of course, you can find us at our website, sucklebusters.com.
Awesome.
All right.
Great product.
Busters Outdoor Kitchen.
Yeah, it's
I'm a
how
YouTube
to,
guy.
type videos.
Nice.
You should just get YouTube TV.
I just hit 100 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Oh,
And
I did see
it's taken a while.
Nice.
Hey,
Congratulations.
check it out. There's Robbie Staggs, who is the world SCA champion in 2019. Shows you how to cook an SCA steak from scratch, all the way from selection of the steak to timing to seasoning, the whole 9 yards. He teaches you how to go do an SCA competition out on our YouTube channel.
Awesome.
So things like that out there just kind of help the backyard guys get going.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you, Dan. We really appreciate it. If you just want to hold on 1 second, once we hit the outro, then we'll be back to, to say goodbye and everything. So hold on 1 second. Ed, thank you for joining us, brother.
Let me know when you're serving snacks, and I'll certainly come back.
For sure. But, sir, thank you so much for everything.
It's been fun, and you guys
you've
have
been a major part of this.
Growing and growing. It's exciting.
Absolutely. We can't thank you enough, sir. Thank you so much. Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll be notified every time we upload our weekly episode, and you'll have all our past episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Pit Life BBQ. Questions and comments, please send them to Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. And like always, folks, please subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. The new numbers are out. Anyone want to guess?
Good. Total or?
No, they went up. Well, actually, they went down just a hit. But February is a weird month and school vacation.
Shorter days, shorter month, yeah. Yep.
But I will guarantee another upkick next month. Or I'll eat whatever Mike wants me to eat. But
Ooh.
That's it.
Cool. Good show.
Ed, thank you.
Ed, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Ben,
gentlemen.
Ben, thank you.
Thank you. You did a fantastic job on the first episode. And we got a lot more coming, brother.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun. Feel free to talk. You are allowed to talk. All right. Well, folks, until next week, keep the smoke rolling.
Attention, cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract. But you won't, because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at 2guyscigars.com.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21, Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.